Lessons in advanced leadership. When being a leader, it is always important to make sure that you're perfectly dressed, making sure that your suit is well tailored, your tie is perfect. Times have changed. No longer a red tie or a blue tie, but with the rise in female leadership, it's important to wear a pink tie. Never let anybody see what you're really feeling or how you feel. Remember, emotions are your enemy. Don't you get tired, I know I do, of those mannequin versions of leaders telling you how to dress and how to look and never actually telling you to be real? I want you to understand something. Leadership has changed, just like that mannequin version of myself said. However, it's changed in this way. People want real. They're sick and tired of those plastic versions of who these real people are. Don't you ever wonder what it would be like to be over at Mitt Romney's house, or to be at Obama's house, or to be at any of those great leaders' houses when there's no cameras on them? I wonder who they are. The reason we wonder is because we know this, it's fake. We get it. We have been trained by reality TV that we want real. We're pulled to real. Listen, let me give you a clear example. Your best friend is not your best friend because they're well rehearsed at being your best friend. They're your best friend because they're real with you. The people who are going to change the world to come are the ones who are willing to be open, revealing, totally vulnerable. This is where we're going with leadership, and we need to learn to embrace it, to drop the facade and become, just let people see us, warts and all. You know what? I'll give you an example. Everybody knows about the Dr. Oz show. It's a hugely popular show. Do you know one of the most highly rated versions of that show was a show they did where they went around and they interviewed his team about something that no one else outside on the other side of the camera would know. And that is that Dr. Oz farts. It was a hugely rated show because it revealed him. People got even more endeared. I mean, the guy was popular before, but he got super endeared. Here's another example. Back in the 1980s when I lived in Australia, Bob Hawke was the Prime Minister. And he was coming up for a general election and he was not doing well. It looked like he was going to lose the election. Some news broke. Andrew Peacock, the leader of the opposition, came on TV and said that Prime Minister Hawke had let the country down. His daughter, Hawke's daughter, was a heroin addict and had left her child with Bob Hawke. Bob Hawke came back on TV the following evening. And everybody thought, this is just going to be a waste for him. But he came on and he spoke to the Australian people with absolute vulnerability, absolute sincerity, and told the truth. Yes, his daughter had been a heroin addict and they were doing something about it now. And he apologized because he'd not been a good Prime Minister. He'd not been there to serve the people. Guess what? He won by a landslide. Why? Because vulnerability is power, not weakness. The future is full Monty leadership, letting it all hang out.